Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everybody, and welcome to the Critical Dcast, the world-famous Critical Dcast. I am your host, Brian Bishop, and I am joined this evening by the whole gang, Ruben Prado,
The world famous Ruben Prado.
the other whole gang, Mike Matthews,
The internet's a very scary place.
and 30% of the gang, Matt Olson.
The world famous D's nuts.
The world
Also,
famous.
speaking of nuts, there's a lot of bots on the internet too.
There's a lot of
And by
all of
internet,
that.
I mean like apps that you talk to people on sometimes.
I went on Omegle the other day.
Oh my, who? What?
Do you guys remember Omegle?
I do.
Omegle.com?
No,
I know
I
what
remember
it
the
is.
dumb game where you like had an avatar and it's like a dating game.
Oh, I
Second Life?
no,
Yeah,
shit.
but yeah, Brian, we're thinking the same thing. Yeah, we're thinking the same thing.
I need to find out what this is. What was it called?
I think it was I am for you.
I am.
Gross.
I think it's I'm for you. I think it's the name of the game.
No, why
So
would you?
I am for you.
Maybe I think like
No, that can't be.
I
found-
need to just run to like the Safeway and look at the cards there and see what cards are there. Because I swear to God, it's there. Need my credit and everything.
App with avatars. I am. No shit. What is it? Oh God, I'll find this. Keep talking. I'll get this. Okay. So, do you guys remember Habbo Hotel? No.
Vaguely.
Just me. Just me.
No.
Just you.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
gonna go with no.
Fine. I've done some terrible things on Habbo Hotel, but I won't get into that. Habbo Hotel was for virgin little Brian Bishop. That was the place. That was the place to be on the internet.
The hot spot to make your spot get hot. If you-
Go ahead. Look up Habbo Hotel right
no,
now.
I'm fine.
No,
Yeah.
no, I'm serious.
No, you know.
It's
I'm
not.
good.
It's not as bad as you would think it would be,
I'm-
but it's worse than you would hope it would be.
Okay, hold on. New private window. Hold on. All right.
It's not that bad.
And I'm just gonna spell it
HABBO hotel.com.
Oh, it's just Habbo.com.
Ooh,
Wait, what?
moving up in the world.
Wait, what is this? A strange place with awesome people?
Yeah, it was. Somebody was getting some strange there. All right.
I don't get the point of this.
It's a lot like the thing Mike was talking about that I can't think of. It's like four.
Yeah,
letters.
the game is fucking with me really bad.
But
'cause
it's like-
we know it, but we can't figure it out.
Yeah, I know exactly what it is because it
Right.
advertised all over everywhere, including Gaia.com. Which, speak of another shithole, where young Brian would just.
Okay,
That-
this game can be played on desktop, iPad, and Android.
It can be,
Go
yeah.
on.
Ooh.
I don't
iPads.
get this. Like, I don't get, like, you just go on to hang out with
All right,
people
all right, all right.
and
Let me
express yourself?
explain to you the ins and outs of Habbo Hotel. So what it was you made a hotel room that was your personal hotel room, and then you were able to like go to other people's hotel rooms, and there was like a pool or whatever. And then you had your little avatar dude that was a little blocky guy, and you would walk around. But there was a seed, like most websites on the internet, there was a seedy underbelly for 13-year-old sex-deprived children.
All right,
There are enough ropes in this
I'm getting where you're getting at, so let's just...
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Yeah.
Yeah,
There are enough
I'm
ropes
not
in this
gonna-
room. This room needs more ropes.
It's
Oh.
not it's not nearly as bad as Gaia was, but I think everybody knows how bad Gaia is.
Guy was fucking horseshit.
Oh, it's the worst. I had a
Dude,
friend that spent literal hundreds of dollars on Avatar stuff for Gaia, and I'm not even kidding about that.
Ugh. Well,
Hundreds of dollars.
well, Gaia was for plebs.
Is that kind of
Alpha-
just like what The Sims Online could have been?
Could have been. I think it's what The Sims Online kind of was in some parts.
I was scared it might be still be up. I'm pretty sure they shut that shit down a long
But The
time
Sims
ago.
Online, no, The Sims
Yeah.
Online is way gone. It's way
Think-
way.
Think about it was still on. Think about what kind of just bullshit Second Life horseshit that thing would be right now.
Probably
did not
whatever that
know.
website is we're thinking of.
I did not know that Second Life still actually exists. Like, it's still a thing.
It is ridiculous. People just make it rain dicks. It's the best.
Aha! I figured it out, Matt. I figured it out. I am VU. I am
IMVU! That's one big enough. I
That's
see
the
time
one!
cards there.
Yeah.
Fuck.
God.
Yes.
I got it. I remember it now. Okay.
Yes, we were on the mark though. We were there. We were on it.
Yeah. All right. Well, enough of that. How are all of you? Enough about preteen Brian. How are all of you? Mike, how are you?
You know, on the internet, scary.
On the internet. Oh.
There's a lot of
Hey.
people there's a lot of people want you to look at their cams, which I found out. I don't want any part of that though.
Yeah, you really don't. I never saw the appeal of that. You're in a room with a bunch of like other dudes watching
Jacking
some.
it so right.
They're all jacking
So
it
wrong.
so
right.
right. While watching the same woman, and then eventually she'll be like, "If you want the full show, you got to pay $5 for gold," and you're like, "Nah."
Okay, well, what I'm getting at is I got a Tinder.
Yeah, that's what he meant. I was gonna say, how's the Tinder life treating you?
Lawless, absolutely lawless. It's
Mm.
it's kind of full of shit. Where you get a lot of like people's profiles saying like, "Oh, I'm 23," and you click on it, it says, "Actually, no, I'm like 17."
What?
Yeah, I know. You get a lot of that. You get a lot of that bullshit for like no reason, unless there's some kind of weird like age floor that Tinder has. That like I don't get it. I really don't get it.
The age floor is 18. I'm 70% sure you have to be 18 to get on Tinder, and it has to be linked to your Facebook profile. So
Which
either that
is
means
kind of interesting because it shows you like if people are mutual friends with you, which as you guys found out this morning can be a really bad thing.
Ugh.
well, it could also be a safety thing too. Like, oh yeah, clearly this person knows other people I know, so they're not a creepy guy wearing a fedora going, "Hey, m'lady,"
They
Or
might
it's not
be.
like a faceless guy with a sick pack. I don't know.
or a faceless guy with a sick pack, you know.
Yeah. Also, a lot of people like I am 19. I have 3 kids. So I saw one of those. That was pretty great.
Because clearly you're the kind of person that should be on Tinder. Tinder.com. The application.
Or they do Tinder really well.
Or they do Tinder maybe a little too well.
Yeah. And basically, I found out is that there's a lot of this goddamn bots on Tinder, like people who like look like they're people, and then you talk to them, and then they're not people at all.
Have you
So
seen
Tinder
the thing?
is
Have you seen the thing that was a girl made an account on, it was either Tinder or OkCupid or something, and she made herself as like she put her profile picture up so that she looked really hot, and then she made her profile as shitty as humanly possible, like the worst person you could imagine,
right.
just both crazy and then just a mean person and all that. And dude still messaged her left and right, and then she was a dick to them, and then they still took it, and they're like, "Yeah, but the potential for me getting laid is some of this."
Yeah.
So
Here's the thing.
she did
Here's
this entire exploration of this, like all these shitty dudes that would talk to her, even though she like messaged them as the worst person and had her profile have like a billion red flags on it, but dudes would still go in anyway.
No, here's the thing. Every single female profile you go into, I mean every single one, at some point it says, "I'm trying to hook up. No hookups." And I read this and I'm like, half of you are full of shit. At least half of you are full of shit.
Yeah,
Because I mean Tinder has that what's the word, that connotation now.
stigma.
That stigma of just being bad, and it is. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
I don't know, man. A friend of mine actually, no joke, met his girlfriend on Tinder.
Well, you know, like I'm not saying it can't work. I'm just saying it's full of shit.
Well, you're right. I missed the whole Tinder boat. I entered a relationship before I had the opportunity to mess
Yeah.
around with Tinder.
So far, I've
you
talked.
really missed out, you know.
Clearly.
Huge
So far, I've talked to 7 quote unquote ladies, and 3 of them were bots. So that's pretty fun. And the thing is, like, you can't tell at all. It's like if there's some kind of weird tip, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing any kind of tip off if they're bots or not.
Bots message me on Skype a lot, and it's really funny because if they'll start a conversation with you, and then you could type anything, and it will continue the conversation. It'd be like, "Hey, how are you today?" And they could be like, "Ass, dick, fuck," and they'd be like, "Ha ha ha, me too." How... It's really funny. Is that what it's like? Can you mess around with it like that?
Yes. Actually, yes. That's kind of how it goes.
All right. Well,
It's
now you know.
just Tinder is his own world. and it's
So
an interesting world for better or worse.
all I've gathered from this is that you've met 4 women who aren't bots.
Uh, yeah, I think
And how many
so
combined?
far.
Let's not reveal any information here, but combined among them, how many children do they have?
Uh, zero as far as I know, because typically they put that in their profile up front, so you know before you swipe right.
No,
So
typically, but
typically. So as far as I know, zero.
well, that's as far as you know. But we'll get back to you in 2 weeks and see where that stands.
I can't imagine it getting any better, but yeah.
How about you, Ruben? What are you up to?
Not much. We have a lot to talk about, so I'll just skip my turn.
Okay, Ruben doesn't have anything going on in his life. Matt, what's up
Oh.
with you?
Well, I just got back from Minnesota, and I was seeing family, and I forgot how much Minnesota weather sucks. Like, imagine 95
Can't be worse
degrees,
than what I'm dealing with right now.
95 degrees, 90% humidity.
Yeah,
That's exactly what I'm dealing with right now, actually.
that's,
Okay,
you know,
now imagine doing this, having to move boxes and other heavy things out of a house that's being sold with no air conditioning.
That sucks.
Yeah, so, but, a cool thing though, we were cleaning out my grandmother's house because she moved down here and they sold her old house. That house, by the way, was built in like the 40s, I think.
Yes, the boring 40s.
Anyways, everything that didn't get sold at the garage sale that we did, we were just giving away, but they gave family members priority, right? So, I got to look through some things, and they said that if I wanted some of these things, I could have them. My grandmother gave me comic books from 1969,
Wow.
and I did not know Transformers has been around that long.
I think those were the early days of Transformers.
Right. So I have those. I don't know if you saw in the thing, Brian, but I posted a picture for Moses, and there was a bunch of stuff I had never even heard of, and I was just like,
I did
Like-
see that picture.
yeah, and like I had never even heard of any of them except for like Transformers. I was like, well, all right, this is cool, I guess. And then the other thing I mentioned too, yeah, my brother-in-law took the hunting rifles and shotguns or whatever, but we brought back the like World War II stuff, and I get to have one.
Wow.
Whether or not it works, I mean I don't know, but I'm pretty sure I could probably take it to a gunsmith and he could probably clean it up and may turn it into operating condition. So, just adding to my arsenal of things. Anyways, the flight was terrible, by the way. I was in the very back in the window seat. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that on a full flight, but it's
I've been on every spot, on every size of plane, on every.
the window
I fly a
seat's
lot in
still
my life.
not terrible. At least you're not
See,
out.
I always end up in the back at the window seat because that's always like the seat that's left at the end, and I'm like, yeah, I still want a window seat. I don't care about sitting in the back.
see.
Don't you guys check in at at the time was check in?
I did. I checked in at the earliest possible moment. It told me I was allowed to.
Yeah,
But-
me too.
but-
Sometimes it just turns out that way.
Well, and I think it's also because I'm traveling alone, so that might have something to do with it. Like whenever you're traveling solo, you kind of just get put wherever there's room.
No, what airline are you talking about?
Allegiant.
Well, I don't know what the fuck that is, so I fly Southwest. I can't say whether or not.
What happened to your flight, anyways? You're like, I land at 10:14, Moses, and he's like, I gotta go and be late. He's like, I don't have time to do anything. And then you land at 10:45, and he's like, I've been sitting here for half a fucking hour.
Well, okay, so what I was going off of was the arrival time on the itinerary. When I actually got on the plane and we started taking off, after they told us I had to turn our cell phones off, the pilot says "Oh, welcome aboard. Blah, 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 blah. Flight time should be about 2 hours and 58 minutes. Should be landing in Phoenix around 10:40." And I was just like, What?
Hmm.
So yeah, and not only that, but when you travel west, it always takes longer because of the jet stream.
Mhm.
So that was kind of why. That was a little unfortunate, but whatever.
Jetstream? You mean a transformer? Da, da, ba, ba, da,
Oh, Ruben, I hate you.
That's the wrong crowd here, Ruben. I'm not sure.
we were just talking about Transformers.
Yeah, but
Brian, back me up here.
I have the Transformers like comics, but that doesn't mean I'm like into it.
So I know everything about it. I mean,
Brian, help me.
Yo, you
I'm
want
so
some
alone.
Transformers? You want some Transformers knowledge?
Jetstream is anyway a transformer, right?
Yeah, of course it
Okay.
is.
Is
yeah,
it?
man.
Got him.
Jet-
Yeah, but fuck that. I'm all about those beast formers. That's where the cool shit is.
Oh no!
I'm sorry. Do you mean Beast Wars? Because they were still
You know,
Transformers.
whatever. All I know is that the gorilla had had like a hoverboard. It was awesome.
No, Beast Wars is dumb. Get out of here.
Beast Wars is funny.
No,
Okay.
Beast Wars is just dumb. Get out of here.
Jetstream was the name of a Transformer in Transformers Cybertron Wars. Cybertron Wars?
Yeah, but who watched that?
Cybertron, yeah, Transformers Cybertron, yes.
Like the game, the movie, the game, the show, the game.
I hope so.
Hmm.
He was in Generation 1, he was known as Whirl. Whirl. Whirl.
World.
Just Stream sounds cooler.
It does sound cooler, yes.
Anyway.
It must be a pretty cool gig to come up with fucking dumb Transformer names, huh?
I think as long as it has 2 syllables, it's like My Little Pony characters. Same company. If it has 2 syllables and fits together, then you're good.
What about a crossover?
I could see that
Can I get my
happening.
Birdie Transformer?
They already had fucking My Little Pony in the Transformers movies.
Yeah, but I want a My Little Pony Transformer.
It'll happen
I-
one day, I promise you.
No, please no.
They're both Hasbro. It has to happen one day.
No, it doesn't.
It really does.
We can deal perfectly fine without that.
I'm not sure I can.
Oh, you'll live.
I need to we need to bring this revolution.
Oh
So
my
Amazon Prime Day happened.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't see a
what
goddamn
hap-
thing I wanted.
So what happened with that? Because they got flamed real hard or something?
Okay, so here's what Prime Day was. They promised that they would have more deals than Black Friday. And they did, in fact, keep that promise.
However, it was such a bunch of garbage.
In sheer number, there were more deals than Black Friday. In quality, it was a bunch of garbage.
Mhm.
So in other words,
Like-
things that nobody would
Yeah,
want.
like VHS rewinders and mechanical pencils and a 12
Hey, that gave
pack
some Pango pencils.
and a 12 pack of Pam.
Wow.
Like that kind of stuff.
Really?
Pam is really useful. I'm just saying.
No, Pam is very useful. I don't need a 12 pack of it for 30% off.
Is that the...
No,
that's the-
no, bro. I need one to use and one to spray myself down with.
That's true.
We are talking
I mean,
about
what?
that, like, cooking oil shit, right?
Yes, we are talking about that cooking oil shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure. I didn't
I
know
want
there
to
was
Pam. I didn't want to be Pam while I'm pamming.
Pam while I'm panning.
It's so much Pam. Okay, I'm gonna say right now, I've never in my life once used Pam. To the fact that, or to the point where if you had not mentioned Pam, I would have legitimately kept forgetting that it even existed.
Yeah, I gotta get that Pam.
You don't
Girl.
you don't do much stir frying or cooking in a pan, do you, Ruben?
I do, but I don't use Pam.
Do I
How
need
do you
Pam to
have-
go buy a sandwich from Subway?
No.
Then no.
Yeah.
And I also played the XCOM board game last night.
Oh yeah.
How many guys did you lose?
Okay, so the XCOM board game isn't played like XCOM in that you have a bunch of units and you move them around a map. It's played like the metagame of XCOM, where one person plays like the science unit, and the other person plays like they send the units out on missions.
Hmm.
And it literally came down to every single country was panicked. And
Yep, sounds about right.
like, okay, so what it is if 2 countries fall into anarchy, then you lose the game, or if your base
Right.
gets destroyed, you lose the game.
Right.
We had it was it was in the resolution phase, and we were on the final mission that we had to do to complete the game, where we had all of our units assigned to that mission to complete it. And It literally came down to the fact that if it resolved the countries falling into panic before we completed the final mission, then we lost. But if the final mission resolved before the countries fell into panic, then we won. That's what it came down
Yep.
to.
That's kind of right. That's accurate.
As it turned out, the countries fell into panic first, so we
Yeah.
lost. So
They're like, fuck!
Hey.
Aliens!
it literally
Jesus
came down
Christ!
to the last conceivable turn. Like, there were fucking 5 UFOs in Africa. There was like another 3 in Asia.
Fuck me, you seen this shit? God!
Man, that game.
You just see the African Twitter just, fuck!
That game starts out where it's like you get 12 credits of funding per turn and you're able to spend it on stuff. By the end, it was like the countries were like, "Here's 7 credits for you to save the world, you fucks." And then
Africa
it's
should
like,
be cool. They would throw it to Station 9, right? They'd be super cool. Just make
they-
a little, like, district for them, and they'll be okay, you know?
It really wasn't that. But like it legitimately starts out where it like throws you a couple of alien UFOs per turn, and then you send some Sky Rangers out and you take care of it. And then by the end, it's just like, here's every country, they're all screwed. You have to deal with that. Also, fuck you. Also, you only get 7 credits of budget per turn, which is like 3 soldiers, maybe 1 scientist, and a couple Sky Rangers to deal with like 12 UFOs. So in other words, it's very XCOM. It's great.
So in other words, it sounds like this actually like isn't designed to like have you win.
Okay, here's the other interesting part about that game is it uses an application to run the game. So it's like you turn it on your phone and then one person manages the application and it tells you where UFOs are going, and you're able to set a difficulty. So like easy, medium, hard, and then depending on what difficulty you're playing at, it'll be harder for you to manage all the stuff with all the aliens, and your budget will get smaller quicker. So we played on easy, and it came down to that. I do not want to know what that game is like on hard.
What's the game called
Wow.
again?
XCOM, the board game.
Oh,
It's probably like putting your dick in a wood chipper, I'm guessing.
Probably.
Yeah.
It was really fun, though. Like, the way that each of the players has their own role to play, but it works asynchronously, where each role actually plays completely differently than the other ones. Whereas you get something like Pandemic, where there's different roles that the characters play, but they all play the same. They just have different abilities. These are all, like, each role plays completely different. And you all have to work together towards your goal, which is not fucking up. I liked it a lot, though. I'd definitely play it again.
Yeah, Rick the asshole actually bought the game too.
Is
And,
that his name now?
I just call him that because his name is Rick and he's an asshole.
So it's just Rick the Asshole.
There's
like,
no way.
The entire time. It's Rick the Asshole.
Rick the asshole.
Okay.
Anyways, I was actually talking to him for a bit on Skype, and I said, yeah, I'd be down to play. And he's like, I don't know, he's really hard to understand sometimes, and I don't think I'll ever understand that guy. But it kind of sounds like him and Jenkins coming out like on a weekly basis just isn't really a thing anymore.
Great. Anyways.
Yeah.
So
what are you playing, Mike? What are you video games playing?
I was like trying to figure out like where the fuck are we here? Okay,
Oh, you know,
alright, what you playing?
I'm playing Super Mario 3D World.
Good, finally.
So
Yeah.
compared to Galaxy 2.
Galaxy 2 is a lot better.
Okay.
I mean, like,
Okay.
A lot of
Yeah, but-
reviewers disagree with you.
they're full of shit. You get a cat suit. That's pretty cool. You can, like, climb up walls and shit, and you have a cool scratch attack.
Didn't he have a cat? Wait,
Nah, man.
is this the Wii U, like the launch Mario game?
No,
it came
that's
out- it came out
Nintendo
like a
Land.
year later. No,
No, not
that
Nintendo
was
Land.
actually Super. That was actually Super Mario, New Super Mario Brothers.
Mario Wii U.
Okay,
yeah.
no. Has there been another 3D Mario game besides the one you're playing?
No.
Okay,
No.
then I have played the game you're playing. I forgot about it though.
Yeah.
Because you said cat suit. I'm like, wait, why does
Well,
it sound
here's-
so? Oh, yeah, I played it.
Here's the thing with this Mario game is that it's a completely different Mario game than Galaxy. Galaxy was not multiplayer; it was a single-player experience, and it was like a moving through a 3D space. Mario World is an entirely multiplayer experience, I would say, at its best.
But in a 3D space.
Yeah, it's in a 3D space. It's like the 3DS game that came out, Mario 3D Land.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's like
but
that. But
the game you're playing is multiplayer, and that's the fun. It is fun because of that, though.
yeah, that's the whole thing of it. Is a lot of the fun of that game comes from playing with your friends.
And that's what I did. I played that game 4-player on another friend's Wii U, and that's I completely forgot. But it is a fun game. We got like halfway through, I think.
it is a fun game. I'd like to like the cat suit is gives you a lot of flexibility into how you want to play. But man, without it, you feel like a neutered piece of shit. So it's like the cat suit kind of ruins the game a little bit because like now it's like I don't want to be not a cat because it kind of sucks.
Yeah.
And
Don't
I
get
find
hit.
it.
Then don't get hit. Get good.
Yeah, I mean it's easy to just get good because you can just scratch dudes. It's pretty great. But I don't know, man. It's Mario. You go to 1-1 and you get some stars to unlock other things. And there's some levels that make me want to. That says I need to play with the touchpad. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'll just skip those, and let's keep on going. And just like, it's fine. It's a fine game. Like when you can become small, you become baby form, which is pretty funny.
Yeah.
But it is a solid Mario game. But it's not like Galaxy. It's not like that. And
I
want
think
that.
Galaxy was probably. I think Galaxy is probably one of the best Mario games ever made.
It is the best Mario game ever made. Well, Galaxy 2 is.
Um,
As
know if I agree
I
with
will
that one.
say in my article coming out tomorrow. But
Well, I don't know about all that, but sure.
also I'm playing Wind Waker.
Good. Finally, good.
Yeah, which I never owned a GameCube, so I never owned Wind Waker, so I never got to play it like I wanted to play it.
Well, you're playing the best Legend of Zelda game there is.
That's debatable.
Ocarina
Yeah,
of Time.
for you maybe.
how? Okay, like here, and I'm not gonna get into it. Just go.
No, go on, Ruben. What?
No, Ruben, what are you gonna say? What do you have to say to me?
No, nothing.
No, Bum, please just go.
No,
Go on.
Ruben, well, please.
It's really.
I will not move until you see what's going on.
I'm not continuing this fucking podcast.
No, fuck that.
until
No,
you-
yeah, read what's going on.
I feel like there's some sort of hipster bias when a game with those kind of graphics is considered the best Zelda game. Like, just on a graphical level.
Oh, you're
I
gonna
hate,
bring up the graphics. Oh.
legitimately,
God damn
the
it.
only Zelda game ever made where I thought to myself, I'm not playing that because of the graphics.
Oh, you're a fuck. You're
No,
missing
Ruben,
out.
you don't understand. You're part of the problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
you are the problem, Ruben.
I know.
God damn it.
Are you saying to me that Twilight Princess is the best one because all the mature dark Zelda we always wanted?
Ill?
Hmm?
No, no,
Is
no,
that
no, no,
what-
no, no, no.
Hmm?
You want the grimdark reality, Ruben? Is that what you want? You want the grimdark reality?
What's that?
Twilight Princess.
Oh, is that what it's
Twilight
called?
Princess. Yeah, the one that came out on Wii.
I'm aware. No, I.
You mean on GameCube?
Yeah, GameCube and also Wii.
I don't remember that being in the game. Dark what?
Twilight Princess.
Yeah. No, what'd you call?
Otherwise known as Legend of Zelda:
It is-
the Grimdark Chronicles.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying a term like that was legitimately in the game. I played through that entire game. I do not recall those words.
You turned into a wolf a few times, I guess.
You fucking furry.
Right, yeah, see, Ruben, that's what... No, that's... Oh, Brian, you figured it out. That's why Ruben does not want to watch anime with furries in it, because he actually enjoyed Twilight Princess, and he's scared to become a furry now.
He's afraid. He's afraid.
There
of
were
what
no
the-
furries in fucking Twilight Princess.
You're
Want
a wolf.
bet? You
You're a
turned into
wolf.
wolf.
Oh, that did happen. Wait.
Yeah, it
Oof.
did happen, Ruben.
Just let go, Ruben. Just let go and embrace your...
You know, I blocked that part of the game out of my memory.
Ruben's question.
No,
isn't-
when I was playing that game with my friend, every time that happened, I just gave it to him.
y- secretly though, you went back home and you're like, yes.
Like, Ruben's a guy that if he could,
Keep
he
in
would
mind-
he would ban furries from PCC, and they'd be yipping the same night.
That's
So he's
the
like a
worst
senator.
thing anyone's
He's
ever
like
said
a
to me.
he's a
That is
Republican
insulting.
senator.
Right. That's all I'm saying. He's all about that yiff,
Yeah, he's.
but he's the only anybody to know about it. Like, he's seen all Dog Days. He's seen all of it. Yeah, no, I can tell.
My list says otherwise.
But, you know...
Purposely didn't add it.
Wind Waker is the graphics look excellent with the HD upgrade. I don't like the combat because Zelda combat, and I kind of hate it.
I think of the Zelda games, that game has the best combat.
It's just, hey, I'm gonna hit the A button a lot, and I might dodge once or twice.
Welcome to Zelda.
Yeah, welcome to Zelda. Of course, I put my character's name as Banega because that's pretty funny,
Yeah, that.
and
Never gets old.
continues to be funny. So that's pretty great. I had a hard time finding that dumbass getting the goddamn sail.
That's the part you had a hard time with.
It was I went into this guy's house and hit a bunch of fucking vases, and he robbed me of my money.
Yeah.
So I had to grind for fucking gems. I had to fucking turn tricks for fucking gems. But apart from that, doing the Wind Waker, what's it? The wind change gave me a nice kind of fuzzy feeling inside. So there's that.
That's what that game
I think
does. Gives you a nice
yep.
fuzzy feeling inside.
Up, left, right. Yep. It's a cool game. It's a cool game. I hope it's the first Zelda I finish.
It's not a very long game, actually. There's like
I'm guessing like 20 hours is going to be how long it's going to be.
there's like a halfway point where something happens that's kind of a big spoiler, and then after that, there's some kind of backtracking you have to do where you got to find Twilight shards, and then after that, it's just a straight shot to Ganon.
Well, I just got to I got the hook shot. So I'm just getting the boomerang soon, I guess. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, have you been to the Deku place yet?
Is that the way to get the boomerang at?
Yes.
I just landed there.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then yeah, you're about to get the boomerang.
as I thought. So yeah, let me think more of that. I stopped playing Batman.
I
just
heard that.
I got kind of like fed up with it.
Why is
Fair
that?
enough.
I'm just tired. I don't know. Like I played every single, not Batman, but like quote unquote Arkham Batman, and I'm just tired. I got tired of Batmobile sequences after finding them kind of interesting. I've just done too many times, and I'm tired of the weird army shit you have to deal with, and I'm tired of how they just kind of fuck you. Like it's so complicated now in terms of the stealth and sneaking aspect that it's kind of just overwhelming to me, and I just can't deal with it anymore. I'm just kind of done. It's just a lot. It is a lot to deal with, and just like. Also, I'm tired of Batmobile boss fights. More than anything else, I'm tired of that shit.
I hear that is not very good.
It is not very fun. It's a pain in the ass. It's like playing hide and seek with the Batmobile sounds fun in theory. Then you recall, I'm in the fucking Batmobile. I should have to hide from shit. I'm in a goddamn fucking mobile tank. Where I am playing hide and seek, it's a bigger tank. So I just found that really frustrating and annoying, and I just kind of had my wits' end. It's a good game, but I just had my fill of it.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, I need to get a PS4 before you decide to sell that game in order to play that game for free.
You have until September 1st.
September 1st, challenge accepted.
Because that's when Metal Gear comes out.
Alrighty.
Is that September 1st? I thought that was like September.
Nope,
7th.
1st.
Wow.
Yeah.
I gotta finish. I gotta get going on my games then. Oh boy.
I got Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid? No, Metal Gear. I'm playing through the entire series.
Well, I'm not gonna do that.
That would suck. That doesn't sound very fun.
No, it certainly doesn't.
Giant Bomb's finishing up. I'm gonna finish up Metal Gear Solid 4. Good for them.
I saw
I'm
that.
I'm living through them right now, even though I have the. I forgot how mechanically primitive some of those games are. So
1 and 2 certainly. 3 was
3
a little
is
bit
better, and 4 is an actual game.
4 is a third-person shooter.
I'm cool with this. So
Actually, for that matter, so is Peace Walker.
I played Portable Ops. That was pretty fun.
It was fine, I guess. It's not canon though.
No, but it's cool, like kidnapping dudes and bringing them back and brainwashing them and sending them back out as your guys.
That's what you do in Peace Walker.
Oh, Cool.
Except it's a lot better in Peace Walker. Okay, let me just talk about the games I played then. In
Couldn't avoid it, huh?
in Peace Walker, what it is you know the dumb shit in Metal Gear Solid 5 where you have the balloon and then you tie the balloon to things and they fly up into the sky?
Yeah, that's stupid and great.
What you do in Peace Walker is like you'll go up to a dude and then knock him out with a stun taser and then just tie a balloon to him and up he goes.
Yeah.
And then he joins your squad like, "Oh, I guess I fight for you now, Metal Gear." And then you just like
Mr. Metal Gear.
so you go around and you just fucking like come up behind people and then knock them out, tie a balloon to them by like the dozens. There's some Central American army that's just like, why the hell do we keep losing all these soldiers? I don't know, they just disappear. Wait a minute, what's that balloon in the sky?
Yeah. I like how in 5 they're just making it even stupider. You're just like ballooning tanks and like horses.
Yeah, tanks and horses just flying skyward.
That sounds like the dumb fucking shit I get behind. So I'm glad they're going deeper. Like after seeing their fucking dumbass cardboard box video,
That was
I have
pretty
high hopes.
fantastic.
I have high hopes for that game. Yeah.
I can't wait. It's gonna be game of the year, guys. I'm just telling you right now.
It'll be up there. It'll be in the discussion for sure. Yeah, Metal Gear. The thing that's kind of weird about the HD version of Peace Walker is the fact that it retains all of the PSP version of Peace Walker's like mission-based stuff. So, for example, like you'll be in the middle of for a boss fight. Like an armored tank will come out and start shooting at you, and then it'll be like, "Whoa, to be continued in the next mission," because it was built for PSP. And then you go back and you manage your base stuff because there's a base management thing where you like put your dudes that you capture on different tasks. And then you have to go back out and you have to fight a tank. And then you finish that mission, and then you just kind of walk around for a while, and then it's segmented completely because it was a PSP game, and it works fine. It just feels weird doing that. It feels weird doing that in a PS3 when it like clearly was meant for PSP. But it's good though. I mean, you can fucking tell that Kojima made that game because it's definitely a Kojima game.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. I like how
And
Kojima
utter,
said
utter
that
nonsense.
Kojima made Metal Gear Solid 4. He said this was the last one. Then he saw the PSP and he's like, "Alright, I can do one more." And then he made Peace Walker. And then he said, "Alright, this is the last one because there's nowhere else I could go from here." And then I guess he's just like, "Oh, but the 80s existed," so he went into 5.
He's been saying that since 2. So I don't, now it's
Yeah.
different, but still.
But now it's a little bit different because he doesn't even work there anymore.
Just a bit.
Alright, and then I played J-Stars... J-Stars Victory Versus. That's what it
Wait,
was
you
called.
have it?
Yeah, I have it.
Oh, please tell me about it.
It is not a very well-structured fighting game in that there's no flow to it. You kind of just combo people, and then they fly away for a while, and then you dash at them, and then you block, and then you combo them, and then occasionally you'll unleash some kind of special super move, and then they'll die. But it's all worth it just to see, like, the dude from Haikyuu on a team with Ichigo from Bleach and JoJo's. Just both JoJo's. Just beating the shit out of, like, Lucky Man from the show Lucky Man, and that one police officer fucker from the 80s, and also, like, Rukia. That makes
Sounds
everything
like
worth it.
a game.
Like, my only regret is that there's no Prince of Tennis characters in there. That game would be a 10 out of 10 if they would just put, like, Ryoma Ichizen in there or something.
But just as like a fun party game to play with your friends, what do you rate it on, like, let's say compared to like Smash, I guess?
It's not as good of a game as Smash, but it's fun if everybody's a weeaboo. If you're a weeaboo, you'll really like this game.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not a weeaboo, your mileage may vary.
In comparison to Dengeki Bunko,
Well, those are two very...
how weeboo is that game?
Let me see.
I think it's a different end of Weeaboo. It's like different spectrum. Like Dengeki's like moe waifu.
Yeah, this one isn't Moe
This is
Wife.
like
although
shonen badass.
Chitoge is a playable character. I repeat, Chitoge is a playable character.
That's pretty great. I'm
For
down
that
with
matter, as is Medaka. Medaka is a playable character as well.
Excellent.
it. Like from Medaka Box.
Yes, from Medaka.
Excellent.
And then
And
also,
she's not like she top tier. She has to be top tier.
she's pretty goddamn good.
That's what I thought.
She's got a dumb attack where it like locks everybody in place for like 30 seconds. So yes, she's very top tier.
Where's season 3 of that?
I hope nowhere.
I kind of want to see out of
Okay.
curiosity.
Okay. Did you watch season 2, Brian?
No.
It was not even like season 1 was a bad show. Season 2 was an amazing show. It wasn't even the same thing. So yeah, just I can't wait for season 3 actually.
I would like to eat.
Brian is struggling in the ditches, nowhere back out. I'd like to eat. Can you spare some food?
Spare me some food, please. I don't know. Like Dengeki Bunko is a bunch of weird moe shit, and then J Star's Victory has Bobo in it. So
Oh no.
he uses his nose hair to fight. That's a real thing.
Ugh.
Yeah, but
But I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it if you're looking for a real game, but if you're looking for something to mess around with, and then you want to see like Bleach from Ichigo chillin' with, I don't know, what's the dumbest character in that show? I don't know. Let's say the dude from Haikyuu. He's pretty dumb.
Which dude? All of them.
Yeah, they're all pretty dumb. Oh, also Kuriko's in it as well. Kuriko is a playable character in that game.
Is he send like fireballs that are basketballs?
does he go invisible?
He does, in fact. So, you know, that game's pretty good. I've been playing a lot of started Final Fantasy Tactics Advance again. That game's good. I'm playing Final Fantasy Record Keeper for mobile phones because, you know, that's a good time waster. Yeah, that's what I got. How about you, Ruben? What are you doing?
On games? God,
Yes.
we're 42 minutes in, and we're just getting to this, huh? Okay, real quick. I probably mentioned this before. I've been trying to work on Valkyria Chronicles 2 to beat it, so I can play 3. So I'm starting to pick that back up. I'm the second month to the end of that game, and I have like 40 hours in that game. And here's the problem: it's all fucking filler. Like we've all played Valkyria Chronicles 1 here, right?
Yes. I haven't finished it, but I played it.
Okay, that game was structured well because you do the mission. You're always progressing in the story. And it was a good like a little over 20-hour game, but you never felt like you were just doing filler. Like you could do side missions, but you didn't have to. This game, you have to do side missions in order to progress to the story missions. So it just detracts from like it's like feels like grinding. It's just so fucking obnoxious. But I'm almost there. Almost there. Turns out Valkyria Chronicles 3 is an even longer game, which I did not expect, and it's like minimum 60 hours. So I think I'll beat that game in about 2020. That's my expected date of completion right there.
There will be a female on the $10 bill when you finally finish Valkyria Chronicles 3.
Yeah. Besides that, I'm looking to try out this new MMO that's an open beta called Skyforge. Looks kind of interesting. Looks like a mix of like PSO and like WildStar, so it looks good. I'm gonna try it out.
Speaking of PSO, I'm looking to try this brand new game called PSO 2.
Did you?
What is this? I heard about this game. What's that game about?
Shut up.
hear
Okay, aside from jokes, did you guys see the post I made?
that's why
Yeah,
I'm saying
actually,
I'm
I
thinking of trying
did
a
see
game
it.
called PSO 2 because I'm not fucking touching that game unless I can read it. Okay, I'm
Well,
not touching it.
Wasn't that like a Dreamcast game?
It was
Yes.
Dreamcast, Xbox,
It was
GameCube.
It was Pahantasy Online.
Fantasy Online. Yeah, right. Fantasy Online.
But
Fantasy Online. Oh god.
if you guys, yes, as of today, the Southeast Asian servers, which do run an English version of the game, are now open to the entire world except for Japan, basically. So now, in a roundabout way, America can now play an English version of the game legitimately. But you're still connecting to a goddamn, like, Chinese server, so don't get your hopes up. It's really weird. But yes, I mean, it's a good thing for people who didn't want to play the Japanese version like you guys. still think it's not worth it because it's so far behind in content. It doesn't actually matter.
Well, by behind in content, what do you mean? Is it still a fucking playable game that's enjoyable?
Yes.
Is the content you're talking about dumb Modica skins?
No.
Go on.
Like. I do hear the Southeast Asian. I don't think they're getting a lot of the costumes and stuff that Japanese ones gets just because of licensing issues. But aside from that, I'm just talking about like skills, classes, adjustments, equipment, certain boss fights, certain missions aren't available. Just content, like things to do in the game. There isn't. It's really far behind. It's still in early episode 2. And we have episode 3, so they don't have bouncers yet, stuff like that.
Oh, that's not cool because I wanted to roll one.
So it's like if you've never played the game before and you want to get into it, like okay, by all means, like it doesn't mean anything different to you, but for someone like me, it's just like it's not even worth my time,
Well, I think it's
So
just
does
because you
that
already.
mean that I should just keep playing Heavensward?
Probably.
Okay, I'll keep playing Heavensward.
How's the sword, Brian?
I haven't had the opportunity to play it as much as I would like, but it's pretty swarty. I'm rolling a paladin now, so I'm hitting up those blocks.
Did they increase level cap in the sword?
They did.
Okay. Yeah. So that's it for me, pretty much. We can go on to Matt here.
Yeah, Matt, what do you got?
Still working on that second playthrough of Witcher, and then the usual odds league, Counter-Strike.
You know they finally fucking patched Witcher last night?
Yeah, I heard it was great. Like
Did they?
2 months after I stopped playing it.
A 7 gig patch to The Witcher.
Wait, I hope that it did that automatically, like while my Xbox is plugged in, cause
If you have it on
know
standby
about that.
mode, it will. If you have it on the mode I have, then it won't.
okay, cause like, oh man, that's a pretty big update.
Yeah.
It's a lot of changes.
Well, cause I haven't played it. I didn't play it at all since I got back, so this had to have gone through while I was out of town. What did
Sounds
they
about right.
what did they do, Brian? Do you know exactly?
They changed the walking so it's not dumb anymore. They fixed a lot of the stuttering and the graphical stuff so it should run smoother. They basically just
Apparently
made a lot of...
inventory. Yeah.
Yeah, they fixed inventory a little bit so it doesn't...
Oh, so like when I hit over, it doesn't like lag, like trying to pull up all my things.
Yeah, it's just a lot... You could look up the patch notes if you want, but it's a lot of fixes.
Okay, well, I guess that's a good thing then. I guess like what I'll do then is I'll log on tonight and see if it went through, and if not, I'll let it update overnight.
Like,
Yeah,
all this sounds awesome, but like I've kind of done everything I want to do in that game right now until like some new DLC shit comes out.
Have you finished the game?
Oh yeah, easy.
Then I think you're fine.
Yeah, man, I want to play some more of it, but like, I want some new content.
Oh wait, hold on a second. Oh, what's his face? This guy, Mike? Yeah, Mike. Mike, you didn't mention Rocket League at all
Rocket League. Someone say Rocket League?
because that was like the only thing you put in all caps.
Yeah, Rocket League. Rocket League is this new game came out on Steam last Tuesday, which is a car combat soccer game. Which, like me, Ruben, and Brian played it. I'm not sure if Matt played it yet.
It's fine.
It's fucking awesome.
It's fine.
It's fun as shit.
It's definitely like a fun game that like you can just pick. It's like a Counter-Strike thing where you can just pick it up like whenever you have like 10-15 minutes of free time, just play a couple of rounds and be done with it.
Yeah,
It's-
I don't know.
it's
It's
fun.
pretty cool.
I think it is an incredible game where like easy to learn, hard to master. It's like such a fucking high ass skill ceiling that some of the shots you can pull off are just fucking incredible. But boy, to get there takes a while.
Yeah, I don't want to... I guess for me, I just don't want to put in that kind of time into that game. I don't like
Right.
soccer. I don't like soccer. I don't like soccer.
The thing is like I don't care about going pro whatsoever in the game. To me, it's just a fun game to fuck around in.
Yeah, it's fun as shit. Just want to get better.
So yeah, like I agree with you, Brian. I don't have any desire to get fucking pro, but it is a fun game. I'm not going to say it's not.
Brian, how many times have you gone flying for a ball to hit a goal and just sail right on past it?
What?
How many times have you gone like flying towards a ball to score a goal and just flew right on past it?
Oh, every time? Every. I think
Yep.
it's every time.
God, yeah, that happens so fucking much. Just you have it lined up and just fucking something happens, you just miss it completely. But it's still fun though. Even with that, to me, it's still really fun. Because it's just a nuts ass shit that happens in that game sometimes.
I think it's fun, but it's not the kind of fun that I tend to enjoy having.
Also, each match is 5 minutes long.
Yeah, it's true.
Just fun, bite-sized, like awesome experiences.
Thank God too. Well, it's like, yeah, it's a good length of time, especially since like if you go into overtime, it does not end until someone gets a goal. So theoretically, it could last forever.
I'm gonna go get dinner really quick. You guys talk about HOTS or something.
Oh,
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Oh, sure, okay, yeah. So now that Brian's now, let's talk shit about Brian.
Fuck Brian, right? Like, fuck that guy.
Yeah,
Like
I don't
white
know. I'm
guys?
still
What the
here.
fuck is fucking
God
Hey,
damn
Brian,
it.
what's up?
Yeah, HOTS is cool. What was I gonna say though? Fuck, God, fucking, fuck, God. Well-
Butcher's pretty stupid.
Witcher, yeah. So the FF15 demo that I played at your house. So had you played that yet?
Nope, have not touched it once.
So
Yeah, but have been doing that, which I'm fine with that. But you have been doing that. I was just like, I would download stuff and I'll be like, leave it alone. In rooms like, I don't play it, fuck it, whatever.
So okay, do you know what happened to me when I played your demo?
No.
I was in this one part, and it's in this like the caves, and so you have to like squeeze through this tight area in the caves to proceed. When you do, these like bats come out or shit things, and you have to fight them before you can go back through it. So the game basically puts you into like combat mode or not combat mode. So if you're like near an enemy, it'll put you in combat mode. So you have to defeat these things because they essentially put you in combat mode if you get close to that crevice you need to go through. And you're not allowed to go through the crevice while you're in combat mode. Well, I killed everything, but I think something like fell in a hole it shouldn't have, so the game got glitched. So I kept going near the thing, I got in combat mode, but there wasn't a damn enemy in sight, like anywhere around me. So I couldn't kill the thing that was stopping me from going through the game, and I was like, well, can't proceed, and so I turned it off. So
Demo.
let me tell you, that demo is long as shit.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
played
It's like 3 hours long.
a while at your place, and I maybe was halfway through with it or something, but I've never seen a demo that long in my life. Ever.
So I'm trying to think of one.
But like,
nothing comes to mind.
I like the game. The problem is the character they have you play, the main guy, the prince or whatever, he has skills that seem like they're too slow to hit anything, because the monsters are like running around you in circles, and then you have like these slow ass skills that like charge up or like you jump up. So I'm hoping
They don't like lock on or something like that.
like barely. I had like one skill that was marginally useful, and so it was difficult to actually hit things. And I felt that if I had 5 skills, I believe one of them should at least be very useful. And I'm hoping that in the full game you have more like control over the customization of your character. You get to choose more appropriate skills and stuff, or maybe you can like set up your allies to work out better. I'm just saying, I do plan on playing that game. It's gonna be my first Final Fantasy ever, but that demo was not a good selling point. Let's put it that way. Which is really
Also,
unfortunate.
thank you so much for entertaining that side of the room during the party. Because I was not over there at all that entire party.
Yeah, I tried. I played Bloodborne, and apparently people were having fun watching me do that. So
Yeah, Christine did say she had fun watching you do that. So
I was like, we were talking about like, who was I talking to? I was talking to someone. They were talking about Banjo-Kazooie or something.
Mhm.
I was like, man, what was that like other game? They're like Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, and I was like,
Nuts and bolts.
Anthony, Melanie, you guys know the other one? They're like, no. I'm like, man, if I can remember. And then Christine's boyfriend, the guy I don't remember the name of, he's like, you mean Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts? I'm like, thank you, man. I had no idea you were that, into that.
You could have asked me. I would have told you too.
And then, like, yeah, then they were just talking about, like, he was talking, I guess he's a gamer of sorts, so.
Mhm.
Like, I don't know why I didn't expect that from Christine's boyfriend, but,
Right.
I didn't
Also,
want to I didn't want to assume things of people and offend them. Because some people are like, I'm not a fucking nerd, who do you think I am?
yeah. Even though my girlfriend likes anime a lot. Also, did you know that the rare collection is coming out next month? Next month,
Yeah.
$30.
I found out something really, well, we knew that because of E3.
Yeah, man, can't wait. I'm getting that.
I found out something really disappointing about it, though.
Mm.
I did not know this. You know Conker's Bad Fur Day is coming on it, right?
Yes.
It's not the upgraded version. It's the N64 version.
Oh,
Which is
man.
fucking... Okay, like, if that's
You look
true,
hideous.
Yeah, if that's true, that's really shitty. Like, if... God damn it, Matt.
What?
The white noise is, like, coming through, whatever. Anyways, it's like a fucking, like, storm, like, trying to get it, whatever. But yeah,
like a
it's like,
flood.
why would you put an old censored version of a game on your disc you're trying to sell to a next gen on a console where the updated version was released on that console's previous iteration? It makes no sense to me.
Disc
And
sizes.
So I'm hoping it's just a rumor. Well, no, I mean, look at the games on there. Some of them I'm sure are like less than 100 megabytes, if even that. I mean, you know how
Yeah.
much data an N64 cartridge held? I'll tell you right now, it's like in the megabytes, barely. And it's like, we're talking about Blu-ray disc here. It can easily fit 30 games on that. Even a 4 gig game, 4.7 gigs is how much a DVD for Xbox Classic held. So or what was the Xbox Classic, right? Conker's Bad Fur Day remake? Or was
Yeah.
it 360?
No,
it
it's
was
Classic.
Classic, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even if that one game and Perfect Dark Zero were both 4 gigs, Blu-rays hold over 500 gigs of data. There's no shortage of room. So I think that's bullshit. That's bullshit. I don't get the reasoning. I hope the rumor was wrong that I read, but it's kind of bullshit if so. But my biggest disappointment, my second biggest disappointment with the Rare Collection is, of course, something that's, can't be solved, which is the whole lack of Donkey Kong. I love the Donkey Kong games, Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, 3, Donkey Kong 64. They're all Rare games, and we can't have them because of Nintendo. So I think that's a big detriment on the Rare Collection as well.
Yeah, I looked. There are about I'd say 6 games I want to play on that thing, but I'm like, 6 games, $30 is still not a bad deal.
No, it's not. Like, the fact that it's 30 makes it, something you consider.
Yeah,
You would
you're,
never
you're
buy
getting,
that
you're getting
clip.
30 games for $30. It's a pretty fucking good deal.
Yeah, you'd never consider that for $60. Well, okay, no. Some people would consider. I wouldn't get it for $60. I'll get it for $30.
$2 per game? It's not terrible.
Well, at that point, though, it starts adding up. It's like, well, a good $45 on my $60 when they put it that way are games I don't want. So I'm essentially getting $15 of wanted value out of a $60 game.
Have you met me?
Look, I know you.
Have you seen my Steam library before?
I'm talking about other people,
Okay, all right.
people with sane.
People who have your shit together. Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm kind of looking forward to it, but I'm kind of disappointed in it as well.
I want to play Cameo, which I've
Oh,
not
yeah.
played.
Oh,
in over 10 years.
you talking about the rare thing?
Hey, Brian's back.
Yeah, the rare collection.
I'm just talking about how Conker's Bad Fur Day is going to have the N64 version apparently instead of the Xbox version on the.
Oh shit! Is it really?
That's what I read somewhere. If it's true, it's bullshit.
No. Are you fucking kidding me? The N64 version was far and away better than the
What?
360 version.
Well, look at this.
The
See-
N64 version had cussing in it.
No, the N64 version was the censored version.
No, the
The
N64
Xbox
version was the one that had cussing in it. They
No,
censored
get
the
it
Xbox
cussing,
360
god darn it!
Wait, what? No, the
Yeah.
the Xbox was re-released without the censoring.
No, the Xbox One was released with the censoring. You can look that up. Everybody hates the Xbox version because they released it with the censoring.
Oh, then it's
The 64
okay.
version
Everything's
was just
okay.
cuss.
Wait. But the whole point of the censoring is the fact that it was on a Nintendo console. And then they removed it because Microsoft was like, we don't care about the censor.
Nope, it's the exact opposite, actually.
Are you okay?
I
Well,
am dead positive.
in
because
that
I
case,
posted something on
everything
the
I
other day.
talked about while you were gone is moot because I said the exact opposite thing.
No, the Xbox version was the one without censoring.
Well, if that's true, then goody goody good. Let's see here. Anyways, okay, let's move on because we're already an hour into this and we've touched on nothing.
The Rocket League is really great.
Alright, so
Right.
we're going to dedicate this.
We'll
Our
dedicate
memories.
as much time as we need to this next part because I feel it's important.
Go, Brian.
So, we lost a genuinely great person in the video game industry last week on Sunday. Probably one of the greatest CEOs the video game industry will ever have in history. Nintendo Satoru Iwata. And they held his funeral in Japan, I want to say Friday or Saturday. And all these people showed up. It was in the middle of a typhoon, and everybody showed up to pay their respects for Iwata, so
Typhoon, huh?
The press release announcing his death was really dry. That must be some Japanese business thing.
it certainly was.
Pretty much just said we regret to inform everybody that Iwata passed away today, and that was kind of what it said. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. But I mean, you look at all the people that showed up, and if you look anywhere online and you search his name, you'll see a bunch of art. You'll see testimonials of people
Without a doubt.
with their experience to him. And I mean, even looking back on his tenure, not just as the CEO and president of Nintendo, but what he did as an actual game developer, it's pretty.
Yeah, that motherfucker worked his way up the fucking goddamn ladder. He was back in HAL in the fucking trenches. I think he programmed Earthbound.
He started out with Al, and the thing is, like, Earthbound was actually apparently poorly programmed to begin with. And
it was shittily programmed because nobody knew how to do it, and then Iwata went in there and he reprogrammed the entire game, and that's what we got today.
Yeah, and by himself, and he was quiet about it.
He was a fucking programming genius. The entire reason that Pokemon Gold and Silver has the Kanto region in that game is because he mastered compression in Game Boy cartridges.
Wait,
like that
Iwata
game.
did?
Yeah, Pokemon Gold and Silver was initially just supposed to have the Johto region in it, like a Pokemon game. And then Iwata said, no, I could do this. And what he did is he programmed the entire second game into it with Kanto. And he had mastered the concept of compressing data down to a certain size and opening it up only when you reach that certain area. He had mastered that to the point that he was able to put Kanto into the Gold and Silver games. So the entire reason Kanto is in the Gold and Silver games is because of Satoru Iwata.
That's very impressive, actually.
And I forgot it was some game that was coming out for Nintendo where something had happened and they were short-staffed, and he, as an executive, fucking rolled up his goddamn sleeves and got down there and fucking started debugging that goddamn game. I'm not sure what game that was.
That was the original Super Smash Brothers for the N64.
Yeah, he fucking went down there and debugged that fucking game as executive. That's fucking incredible.
As the president of Nintendo, he heard that game wasn't going to make it out for Christmas that year, even though they had promised it. So he just went down there and said, I'll do this myself, and then programmed the goddamn game himself, and it released that Christmas, as the classic we know it as today.
Fucking, who else would do that? Honestly.
There isn't a single CEO in the entire business that would do that the way
Maybe Randy Pitchford? Maybe, because he used to be a programmer too.
Yeah.
That's
Not only
crazy.
that, but when
And I mean,
not only
and
that,
not even as a clearly he was very skilled as a programmer and skilled as a game designer, but the idea that there isn't a single CEO in the entire business that would act as the face of the company the way that Iwata did. Every single press release he did and every single conference call or earnings call, he was the one that was on it all the way up until his death.
Yeah, also it's Iwata ass stuff, really nice, candid stuff that you don't really see from many CEOs.
The Iwata, even the Nintendo Directs, he was the face of all of those. He was the one out in front saying, these are our games that we're doing, and please understand, I feel good about this. He was please understand.
Yeah, he was.
Was
The man, the myth, the legend.
the guy? Like, okay, now I don't think there's any other CEO that'll ever do this either. That guy, when he found out that they were going to fall short of 2013 projections, he halved his own pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of a kind.
Like, what other CEO these days does that? Nobody.
None.
Especially
not a single
not,
goddamn one.
especially not in America.
Could you
Oh, fuck
imagine
no, America.
EA? Could you imagine the CEO of EA doing that?
No.
Any of that?
No. Because
The guy barely comes out during the E3 press conferences, says a word. I'd rather bring up Pele.
Pele. Pele, Pele.
Beautiful
Hashtag
game.
Pele. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Ruben, hey, Ruben, you okay? You okay?
The beautiful game, Ruben.
Are you okay? Buster Wolf.
But I mean, if the CEO of EA or the CEO of Microsoft or game studios or whatever were to die tomorrow, there's no way there would be the outpouring of support that Iwata had. He had such a huge effect on the video game industry, and the thing is, he had an effect on individual gamers, and not just the industry as a whole. And
So it want to change the industry,
he did.
without a doubt.
He was the one that spearheaded the effort for the Wii U. That literally changed the video game industry forever.
I'm not sure for the better just quite yet, but other stuff. That wasn't his best moment, the Wii U. But, you know.
I don't know. It was the most profitable moment for that company. That's for damn sure.
The Wii, yes. The Wii U, no.
No, I meant the Wii.
Okay, yeah, the Wii, yes, I agree with that.
He spearheaded the Wii, is what I mean. And the DS, the Nintendo DS and the Wii, two of the most profitable and successful consoles in the history of video games were under Satoru Iwata.
Yeah. Like, he came in power, what, like 2005, 2004?
Yeah, it was earlier than that. It was like 2002. The GameCube had just come out, and it was kind of not doing super great.
So he helped usher in the most popular, profitable mobile platform of all time.
Yes. And also the most popular and profitable video game platform
To
I think
date.
in history. Yeah, today.
Yeah. Started a revolution.
Ha!
Like, Wii Sports is one of the most important games ever made.
He hired Reggie Fils-Aimé to do America's stuff, and that changed how marketing at E3 worked and how marketing in general at Nintendo worked. Reggie Fils-Aimé is another person like that, where he got so hands-on and involved, he became the face of Nintendo of America, and
Yeah, he is.
Like, E3 2004 was the moment that was like the turning point for Nintendo. At E3 2004, they had fucking nothing. Like, their headliner game was a Pac-Man game for the GameCube, and it was like this dry presentation. And then Iwata brought Reggie in to be the face of that presentation, and then 2005 happened, and it was like the best year ever.
Yeah, man. Like, he changed the industry, without a doubt.
Oh, absolutely. It's hard for me to say now, but I think there's very few, if any, other people that will have such an impact on not only the industry, but individual gamers the way he did.
Maybe Gabe Newell.
Gabe Newell, possibly. I mean, he invented Steam, but
And Steam is something, man.
between Gabe Newell and, like, Satoru Iwata, the day that you heard that news, it was, like, unbelievable. Like,
It was rough. It was rough, yeah.
that was the last thing I expected to hear that day, especially considering the fact that that whole thing had just kind of gone under wraps for a full year, essentially. Because last year he was sick, he didn't attend E3, he had a surgery during E3, and then he seemed to be doing fine afterwards. This just kind of came as a shock. I mean, I had just heard, like, literally the week before about a conference call, an earnings call he had gone with investors.
Yeah. He was on the call, like, up until his death. He was doing that stuff. He was in that business.
Yeah. Man. We're never going to see anybody like him again.
No, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Most likely not. Um, yeah, I mean, yeah. Nintendo and a lot of stuff he worked on just shaped a lot of people's lives, and
The
Oh,
people,
it's
the
just-
Very smart
memories
person.
people have of him. I mean, I
It's just-
used to like every time I would play the game we know as Gigadunkle, I would always say whenever I dunked somebody, "Please understand." And I just feel bad doing that.
No,
Makes
man,
me
you gotta
sad.
honor his memory. He wants you to say it, Brian. He wants you to keep
He
saying
would
it.
want me to. He would want me to understand.
Keep his spirit alive, Brian, for as long as you live, and then pass it on to your children and pass on everything. You know,
The tales of
Be
Satoru
like-
Iwata.
give your children the games of his that shaped your life to shape their lives.
Yeah, I
And
can't wait to meet your future kids, Brian. Please and understand.
And then when they turn 21, tell them, kids, when you play Giga
You know,
Dunkle,
your first child. Please understand, Bishop.
please understand.
Please
when-
understand,
Now that
Bishop.
you're 21, when you Giga Dunkle with your friends, make sure to tell them, please understand when you
understand.
dunk them.
Did you see the after Iwata passed, the director of Earthbound, Shigesato Itoi? He wrote a letter to Iwata after he died, and then he released it. Did you see that? It's heart wrenching.
I'm not ready for that shit. I'm just not.
Let me just read that to you right now, and then we can move on. But I
Not
think
ready for this shit, Brian.
I think it's a fitting end.
I think I
When
can
I'm
do it.
parting with a friend, regardless of the circumstances, I find it best to just say, "See you later. We'll meet again. After all, we're friends." That's right, nothing unusual about it. I'll see you later. You went on a trip far, far away, and even though it was planned for many years from now, you wore your best outfit and said, sorry for the short notice. Though you didn't say it out loud. You always put yourself last, after you had finished helping everybody else. You were so generous as a friend that this trip might be your very first selfish act. I still can't grasp what happened. It feels like I could still get a light-hearted email asking me out to lunch at any moment. After you made sure lunch wouldn't disrupt my schedule, of course. You can invite me out whenever you want. I'll invite you too. So for now, let's plan on meeting again. You can call me up whenever you like, and I'll give you a call too. I still have a lot to talk to you about, and if I come up with anything particularly good, I'll let you know. So let's meet again. No, I suppose we're already meeting right here, right now.
God
That was a letter
That's-
from
that's
Shigesato
rough.
Itoi to Satoru Iwata after he passed.
Yeah, man.
And that's indicative of his entire relationship with the video game industry and gamers and everybody in general.
Brian, did you
All right,
see
let's-
did you see some of the pictures that came out of that though?
Oh God, they're so
Those
sad.
pictures killed me. Like, star.
Like I mean, not the joke ones, like the for
No,
real
I
ones.
mean the real ones. Like, yeah.
They're
I think
sad.
I-
They're really sad.
I think I only saved one of them, Brian, and it's the one where it's like it's like a scene from JoJo's, except instead of the characters from JoJo's, they put Mario and Luigi. Where he says, where Mario says like he's like has his hat off and he says like I think it's starting to rain, and then
No,
Luigi
that's
says,
not from JoJo's. That's from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. With
Is
Roy
it?
Mustang. Yeah, with Roy Mustang.
Oh,
after
he
Phase
says-
Hughes died.
yeah, and he says, but it's not raining, and then he says, turns around and says, yes, it is.
Yeah, that was Mustang's funeral from Full Metal Alchemist.
I
Or
did
not
I-
Mustang's funeral. That was Hughes' funeral from Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, I saw the. That's like the one I saw. I saved actually, because some of the joke ones, some of the ones I couldn't. No, the JoJo's one I'm thinking of is the where they screen capped that little photo at the from the ending,
Oh yeah, yeah, I saw that one too.
and then it said they photoshopped him on it. Yeah, I couldn't tell if I wasn't sure if they were trolling with that one or not, because that was on Itadaki Mas's page.
Well, you know.
Well, even they are gonna, respect a man like Iwata.
I would hope so.
They're not complete monsters, just mostly monsters.
Good to know.
All right, let's move on now to lighter fare.
Who's Jaeger?
Jaeger was the developer that made Spec Ops: The Line.
Yes.
So they were doing Dead Island 2, which should have came out, I think, this year already, but they pushed it back to next year.
It was supposed to come out like early this year.
Yeah. But Deep Silver, the publisher of Dead Island, said, "Yeah, we're not using them anymore."
I wonder why that is.
Yeah, I'm sure just like maybe just differences in opinion, maybe just like it's a complete train wreck there, who knows. Like Spec Ops: The Line took like what, like 4 years to come out?
Yep, it did.
So that, that could be shown rearing its head again.
Could be the fact that maybe Jaeger was too good for Dead Island 2.
It's like, hey, we put a really in-depth story and fucked up shit in this game. Yeah, but it's like a zombie game. Yeah, we have a part where you're a soldier and you have to kill your own team.
Oh, yeah.
They're making the same game, right? Spec Ops: The Line 2, right? No.
No,
No, what? Get out.
Spec
So-
Ops The Dead 2.
Spec Ops: The
Spec Ops
Dead
Island.
Line.
Spec Ops Island.
That sounds like the worst fucking island to be on. Be called Dubai, where I'm from.
It's not a great island.
Yeah. It doesn't sound like a fun island at all. So yeah, that's, that game's up in the air now. So I don't know what the game's... Well, I didn't really have high hopes for it in the first place, other than, Spec Ops: The Line's pretty cool, but I don't know what the game's going to be now. They had a trailer for that game last year at E3, didn't they? In Microsoft's conference.
Yeah. Wait, you mean Dead Island?
Yeah, they did. No, like not this year, last year they did. That one too.
They had a trailer for Dead Island 2 in the Sony press conference last year.
Cause I remember there's a guy jogging around some zombies.
Yeah, that was the Sony press conference.
Was it Sony? You sure?
I'm 100% sure it was Sony.
Okay.
It's all the same thing.
Yeah, I guess. And also Jade Raymond, who was former producer for Assassin's Creed, left Ubisoft I think last year and now is with EA, heading the studio for their next Star Wars project.
She is supporting the next Star Wars. Her studio, if you look at the website for her studio, I forget what it's called, it is saying that she is not working directly on any games, but she's assisting with a lot of games. I think she's assisting Visceral.
Well, she's getting a paycheck, so that's all that matters.
She is getting a paycheck. EA is giving her a paycheck and a studio.
Yeah, and the big thing is Amy Hennig was the one. I think she wrote Last of Us, right? Amy Hennig.
She did all of Uncharted.
Did she do Last of Us too?
I don't know if she did Last of Us. I think that studio that's working on Uncharted now is the one that did Last of Us.
So yeah, with a person of her caliber, J.D. Raymond, who helped to usher in Assassin's Creed fucking giant goddamn money pit, and Amy Hennig writing that game, that could be a really interesting product they're making there.
It could be, one might say, 1313 good.
No, remember 1313 is not happening. 1314 though might be interesting.
Star Wars 1314. The next evolution.
Right.
Yeah, who was it? It was Nolan North himself that came out and said that they were working on the Star Wars game, and it was very Uncharted-esque, was the way he put it. It was very similar to Uncharted.
Like 1313?
One might say like 1313.
Let's say we're just spitballing here, if a game was like 1313.
What?
A very-
Kind of like that. Not saying it's going to be that, but if it's going to be like that, it'd be like that.
It's probably going to be a lot like 1313.
I'm cool with that. Sounds cool. Yeah, that's really it for news.
Yep. Well,
there's going to be a quote unquote interim Arkham City patch, no, Arkham Knight patch.
Wait, what?
They're going to patch Arkham Knight on PC.
Well, wait, they didn't do it yet?
No.
Alright, okay.
And it's not going to fix everything. It's kind of grease the wheels for it to be fixed.
Okay.
Yeah.
so, did you guys see the dumb special edition for Call of Duty Black Ops 3?
I did not.
The mini fridge.
Yeah,
The mini fridge.
the
That's
godlike.
enough. That's enough to make me consider buying the special edition of Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Because I need a mini fridge in my room, I think.
Yeah,
I used to have one. It's pretty cool.
If you buy the special edition of Call of Duty Black Ops 3, you get a fucking mini fridge. And it's got soda.
So I want to know.
Huh.
Is GameStop just gonna have a bunch of these things, and you just have to carry it out yourself? Like, how big is this mini fridge?
Every
have-
game comes with like what's that with a wagon you can drag the thing out on.
Like, because some mini fridges are a little too big to just kind of carry out.
Yeah, remember mine? Mine's pretty big.
So, do you know how like that's working out, Brian?
I have no idea. I just know that I want it.
So, what's the drink that you get with it?
Mountain Dew, right?
Oh no,
It's not. It's some like in-universe soda.
yeah, the nog or
Mountain. Okay, fine. Mountain Duty.
What? Oh my god, no,
No.
Juggernog.
That sounds familiar.
Isn't that it? Like some like fucking scary ass sketch like spin-off drink from the game.
Call of Duty Special Editions Black Ops. Juggernog sounds very familiar, so it would not surprise me if that was it.
Mike, you should know all about this.
Yeah, why aren't you paying attention to this?
Mike died.
You're the... Oh, no.
Mike.
Hmm?
Okay.
Alright.
Mike,
What's up?
you're just not paying attention.
No, I had to walk away. I lost my watch. I had to find it.
Oh. Yeah, why don't you know the name of this damn drink? I thought you were going to get this shit.
I don't fucking know. No. Me?
Matt, do you know the name of the drink? We lost Matt.
No.
Oh, we got Matt. Okay. Yeah, anyways. That's fine. I think... like, how stupid are special editions going to get to top this?
Oh, they'll only get stupider. Also, they're
Once they give you a car, or once they give you an actual gun,
Oh, okay.
and that's what it's going to
It's
kind of
called-
reset.
It's called Perk-a-Cola. Perk-a-Cola is the name of the sodas. And I don't think it actually comes with it, but I think you're able to buy it separately. So the edition comes with a mini fridge, a Juggernog mini fridge, 2 dumb guns in-game, who cares, a steelbook, limited edition specialist art cards, giant zombies bonus map, a season pass, the official Call of Duty Black Ops 3 soundtrack, because oh boy, and Perk-a-Cola coasters, a series of 4 coasters.
So no actual drink. Thank the God.
I
Alright.
don't believe so.
Okay. Anyways, let's move on. So real quick, Evo happened. That's my big thing here.
Yeah, you're
Evo, the
So-
yearly huge Road to Evo End World Championship, best of players ever, stuff like that.
So you know how people feel? You know how people feel when during Super Bowl and people are posting on Facebook about Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how I felt.
there was a lot of that going on.
It's a lot of what the fuck you guys talking? What's this dumb bullshit? Like what?
My Facebook was about 80% Evo posts, 10% shit from groups I don't care about, and 10% other people that don't matter anymore.
Mine was too much Evo.
And Evo, somehow, against the odds, even though it decided to run 9 events, because that was a good idea, still actually managed to run on time. So, the fact, I believe that they're going to be like, oh, well, it worked well last year, so let's keep
Let's
doing
have more
it.
of them.
And it's going to go into a dangerous spiral.
Didn't it have competitive Catherine because he hates all of you?
It did have competitive Catherine. I watched that.
The side people can bring and run whatever side shit they want at Evo, and they will do the fuck of anything they want. And
Garbage.
so
They'll run garbage, apparently.
don't count anything out, you know. But so
What happened to what about Friday's Magic? Just have some underground and Friday's Magic games.
they would definitely have a Fighting Is Magic fucking tournament if Fighting the Magic existed.
It does, technically speaking. The source code's there.
That is hardly a viable tournament platform.
That's why I said underground.
I think that's where they call the bathroom tournaments, where they go into the
I
bathroom.
thought those were the hotel room tournaments.
No, I think Fighting with Magic is a little too low for a hotel room tournament. That's been downgraded to a bathroom tournament, closet tournament, one might say.
What?
So
But,
I did not see any whatsoever, but I heard a lot about a guy thought he won and didn't win.
So there's two big things of note. I guess we'll go with that one first. It was Shige, a very, very well-known Guilty Gear player, who got third place, but in his semifinals match against Ogawa, who is the best player in the world, so they go down to the last match, and he wins, or no, he loses the first round. Ogawa takes it. Then he wins the second round. So, basically comes down to the wire, right?
Yeah.
So, he wins the second round, gets up, fucking starts cheering like he won, looks away from the screen to the audience like, yeah, I fucking did it. Next round starts, Ogawa Joe just does the most optimal ass fucking combo, kills him in one go. And he, looks around and is like, oh shit, runs back to his chair, but he's already dead. And
Oh, I saw that.
it was the biggest fucking spectacle of the event. The room fucking exploded in laughter and shouting. He just literally smashed his head against the desk. Ogawa was just kind of smiling there
Shitty grin.
and it just became. That guy then became the fucking room favorite. They were just cheering for him the entire way through because of the funniest shit ever. And even he actually ended up making third place. He fought all the way through losers to get third place. And even when they lined everyone up, the whole room was just cheering for him. He was definitely the fan favorite, and it was the funniest thing that's ever happened in Evo before.
It sounded like a really fun time.
I saw that actually. Somebody had put just that just that whole sequence on a video or something, and I watched that earlier. And their caption for the video was, "Just remember, it ain't over till it's over."
Yeah, and it's funny because after in losers, every time he won, he would just sit there and stare at the screen until he was 500% positive that it was
Just sit there for
actually over.
10 minutes, stare at the screen until they have to drag him off the fucking stage.
Yeah, you're like, okay, now I'll do a little bit of cheer. Wait, okay, yeah, ooh, gotcha. The other thing to note is just the winning earnings were released. We have, I'll just say right now, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, aka the most hype game on the fighting circuit, aka the crowd pleaser, aka everything, had the smallest reward pool by literally...
Well, that game makes no sense.
half.
So,
So here are the numbers. Surprisingly, because NetherRealm Studios and their infinite somehow pockets of money that I don't understand.
WB. It's because of Warner Brothers.
WB. Mortal Kombat X is the highest with $36,972 to probably my least favorite fighting game player. Well, actually, no, third least favorite fighting game player, Sonic Fox. I hate him. Street Fighter 4 is second highest, of course, with 33,362. Killer Instinct third place, 32,382. Then Tekken 7 at 20.7 thousand. Xrd 11.8. Wii U Smash 11.5. Melee at 11.2. Persona 4 Ultimax at 8.6k. And then Marvel's Capcom 3 at $4.896k dollars.
Whoop.
Which is and you have to know because that's the only game where the developer can't really help it. Capcom doesn't have the rights to really promote this game anymore, They have no reason to do so on a business standpoint.
yeah.
They just want to push Street Fighter as hard as fucking possible. So Marvel vs. Capcom was...
Ruben, I'm going to cut across you.
Uh-huh.
In Rocket League, I unlocked a Mariachi hat. What you want to know.
Okay. But yes, now Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is the only game where it had no industry support, so really that's kind of what hurts it a lot. And the game's dying, don't let anyone tell you otherwise. So
Good. It should.
I thought that was fun.
I just, every time I see that gameplay, I'm like, I don't understand anything
Well,
about this moment in time.
It's one of those things where I actually kind of agreed with something that George said a while ago about why the design of those types of
fighting games is bad or something like that, because he would like kind of go like light punch, like walk up to me and just like go, did it hit you? You die. And in Marvel vs. Capcom, he's kind of right, in that aspect, because every game I've seen of people playing that game, it's like standing medium. Did it hit you? Okay, your guy's dead. And I'm just like, what? Like, that's stupid. Like, that's not a game. And I've always thought that. And that's why I couldn't really play it, because the only people that ever really wanted to play that game were people that do that. And I'm like, I don't have the patience to practice this stupid game. I'm done.
That's me with all fighting games. So, I guess everyone should be talking.
But it's just Marvel vs. Capcom 3 just is the one that left the horrible taste in my mouth, because like it like other games, like I could get on the learning curve, and Marvel vs. Capcom 3, it's just like I don't have the kind of patience to like have to do everything by muscle memory, and like everything happens like too fast in that game, and I'm just like, no. And it's just also the fact too that like again, like all it takes is for you to mess up one time. Standing medium hit you, or low medium hit you. Oh look, your guy's dead now, and there's literally nothing you can do.
Oh, you're saying it's dive kick then?
There's
Yeah,
nothing you can do about it. That's the worst part, is that you can't do anything about it.
Matt, you don't have to be
thing
hit with a medium in that game. Just a light's good enough.
Okay,
The thing that pisses me off in that game more than anything is the fact that there's no variation in the meta. It's the same like 5 characters or less that are played by everybody. Whereas if you were to look at a game like Persona, yeah, there's characters that dominate the meta a little bit more than other ones, but you still see variance in the characters that are played. It's always like, oh, there's Wesker, and oh boy, there's
Wesker again.
Magneto. There's like 3 Weskers and a Magneto.
His team, 3 Weskers. Yep.
Actually, the word you're looking for here is Doom, but yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Also-
okay, dude.
Also Dante, also Virgil.
Anyway, so Evo was very successful, and I'm praying that they put it in a different venue next year, because I hate Bally's Paris. And
Also,
that's,
a
like,
guy won with a broken stick.
a reason. Huh?
A guy won with a broken stick. His stick like
The guy
broke in the middle of the match, and he still won.
The guy that won with the broken
yeah,
stick.
so Momochi's stick had some kind of glitch. I mean, it was working fine up to that point, but literally the last match of the entire event, literally the down to the wire last match. And I guess the rule is that the other guy could have taken the entire game, but because it was the last match, like it would have meant victory for him, that he just said, all right, give me this round and we'll play the last round. So he swapped out sticks, took the round, and then the guy with the fucked up stick won it anyways. So that was that. Very close things. I mean, I could go on for a very long time about Evo, but I'm not going to.
I wish I could appreciate Evo and fighting games in general the way some people do. I don't have the patience for a lot of the technical aspects of some of those games.
But
Like if it's a game that I genuinely enjoy, like Persona, then yeah, I find it interesting to watch and I like playing it. But there are some of those, like, I couldn't be asked to learn Street Fighter.
Like Guilty Gear?
I really couldn't. Yeah, or Guilty Gear, or Mortal Kombat.
Fighting
or...
games are really just for a certain subset of people.
Tekken's pretty easy.
I mean, you don't really have to make like an excuse for it. It's like oh God, I don't know. It's like racing games. You enjoy it or you don't.
See, that's the thing, is oftentimes I enjoy fighting games. I like playing them. But then people get, like, really technical about it. And that's when my enjoyment starts dipping off a little bit.
Yeah.
When you're counting frames is when I might as well
Okay,
back my
anyone
head.
who says they count frames is a lying piece of shit and never,
Okay.
never, ever. Oh yeah, I can also count 0 to 60 within 1 second. You know, easy, no problem. Just, let me do it right now for you. Anyways, yeah. So,
I'm waiting.
Matt, that new anime season's out.
Yeah, I don't. I kind of want to do. I'm not going to go too much into it, but all I can say is I'm actually fairly impressed with the season so far.
It's an
because-
excellent season so far. It's like
because-
so many good animes out right now.
Because typically summer and winter are usually the off seasons. Like It's usually spring and fall where they bring out their big guns, but like I'm actually enjoying this season quite a bit. I don't want to talk about each individual one because we already do a cast about anime already. So basically, I've narrowed down I've fine focused my watch list, and I have to say, out of everything, I'm enjoying the most. Prison School, everyone should check that one out.
It's a cool show.
What was which one was that one again?
It's the one where
they're
the
in prison and school.
yeah. Actually,
I haven't
yeah.
watched it yet. Tell me about it.
Well, they go to prison in school.
Is it an ecchi show?
No.
Yes and no. Oh,
It really is not.
it's not, but it'd be lying to say there wasn't any of it. But it's not the point of the show, no.
Because I read the description of it, and I think is it like an old girls' school and there's guys there or something?
It's really
Yeah.
it's really funny.
So it's gory. Okay, I'll pass.
I laughed nonstop the first episode.
But it ain't. Brian, you want an ecchi show? Shimonetta is incredible.
Is that the one with the girl that's like?
with the panties on her head.
Yeah, I don't
The
know.
reason behind it is awesome, though!
Why?
Because Japan had outlawed, like, all vulgar shit, like dirty words and all that.
So basically, current Japan to an extreme.
Yes. It is a commentary on like, the censorship in Japan.
So it's hentai common, the anime.
Shh, I
Oh
don't
my-
know.
You're
I don't-
kind of right there, actually.
Okay, well, anyways, besides that, though, that's actually not on my watch list because I was like,
It should be.
no.
It should be.
Well, I can name 5 shows better than that, so...
No, you can't. Because there aren't any.
Well,
Anyways,
that's a different podcast for that one.
aside from Mike being a little bitch, Prison School, Overlord, Gate, God Eater, and,
Overlord, really?
and Gangsta are and Charlotte actually. Those are the ones I like watching.
Overlord!
And the Aoharu and Machine Guns is good. Akagami no Shirayuki is really good. And then of course I've just got my couple continuations from last season. And such as Ace of Diamond and Shokugeki, which are still good, and so that's pretty much my watch list. There's a couple others like here and there.
Mike, I think Overlord is fun.
What I
it's-
really like about it is the fact that there's there's a disconnect between the real world and the players. Like it's been like 3 episodes, and you actually haven't seen like a glimpse at all of like what the character looks like in the real world, and I kind of like that actually. So it's not that it doesn't have that whole dire situation like SAO, but it at the same time it has a certain level of enjoyment on a different level that I appreciate a lot. So that's kind of why I'm still watching it. It also has a really baller opening.
It's really good.
Like, yeah, Overlord, Prison School, and Gangsta's openings are all amazing. So far, they're the ones that have impressed me the most. I mean, God Eaters is pretty awesome too. It's old codex, and they're pretty cool. But yeah, season's really good. I actually, because I was on vacation last week, I had to drop like 3 shows because I just saw a wall of episodes, and I'm just like, this is really daunting. Like, I'm actually really gonna just prioritize what I really want to watch. So I stopped watching 3 shows because I didn't enjoy them that much, and one of them's the second season, and I didn't ever really enjoy the first season overly much, so I kind of figured, well, I could stop watching the second season and probably not really miss anything because it's just more of what I saw the first time around, and I don't really need any more. No, Biori.
Brian,
What?
I
Brian.
need you to understand. Because they outlawed all vulgar material in Japan,
Oh god.
nobody knows how babies are made. It's a meta commentary on sexual education in schools.
So, anyways, Mike, E3 Games Critics Awards.
Yeah, sure, hold on. Yeah, so every year, the E3 Critics Association, which is made of a bunch of reviewers, release their winners, or their nominees and winners
Are you
for.
talking about these are
Best of E3?
critics of game? Okay, from E3.
Yes.
So, are these people connected to the running of E3?
No, that's the ESA. That's a little different.
So, what credibility do these guys have whatsoever?
These are all well-respected reviewers and people from the industry. It's almost like the same panel of the TGAs.
So it's early TGA. It's mid-year TGA.
No, because it's all games that haven't come out yet, and it's all previews of stuff. That's all they have to work off of.
So click on that link and go all the way to the bottom. Start from the bottom, go all the way up.
Bro, I've been here since yesterday, man.
So special combination for graphics was Uncharted 4 was supposed to be the best graphics game, which looked really good. Best indie game was No Man's Sky over Below and Cuphead. Though Cuphead looks incredible.
Wait, where
Yeah.
are you? Oh, wait. What? Wait, where are you?
I'm at the bottom.
Oh, okay. Yep, alright, cool, go.
Best online multiplayer is Battlefront, which that could be cool.
I'm down.
That's a good category there. Black Ops, Halo.
So this
Tom
is like
Clancy again.
these are awards for literally judging a book by its cover.
Yes.
Like,
Though they're kind of right most of the time. Look at some of the old games. Guess what the old game best of show was? Fallout 3.
okay.
Well, Titanfall as well.
Titanfall as well. Though Evolve was a miss though.
Titanfall won, I think, every single award it was nominated for last year. Like Game of the Show, and then also like multiplayer, and it won a lot of awards last year. I remember.
Best family game was Mario Maker over Rock Band, which kind of surprised me a little bit.
Well, Nintendo.
Everybody seems to really, really like Mario Maker. Like,
It's a cool
lot.
idea.
Everybody seems to really like it a lot.
Best sports game was FIFA. Best racing game was Need for Speed, which over Trackmania Turbo. I don't like that very much.
Over Forza? Well, I mean, if I've listened to the Giant Bomb cast, and the complaints that they've had about Trackmania Turbo are pretty legitimate.
Which are?
It's not dumb bullshit anymore.
Oh, it's like
you-
they're trying to.
You can't go into a server and then hear like really dumb techno music playing in the background.
Which is the appeal.
Yeah, which
Like
is the whole
I
deal of the
I
game.
need my Jurassic Park dubstep remixes. You know?
Yeah, there's no like dumb Always Sunny in Philadelphia Dayman Nightcore remix or anything like that. It's just Trackmania, which
That's
take
a
that as
shame.
you will.
That's a shame. That's part of the appeal. Best RPG, Fallout 4. No surprises there.
Yeah, not even a little bit.
Best action adventure game, Uncharted 4 over like Tomb Raider, Metal Gear, and Horizon.
I don't know about all that.
And I'm all either. Like that, I can't imagine that game changing all that much in this fourth iteration.
Just playing favoritism.
Best action game, Battlefront over fucking Just Cause 3. Bullshit.
Silly.
Well, to be fair, Just Cause 3 wasn't playable at the show. Battlefront
I
was.
thought it was playable. Yeah, it has to be playable to be on this list.
Okay, was
They-
Uncharted 4 playable?
No. Well, okay. So here's the thing. Here's
Was
how they
Fallout 4
define.
playable?
Here's how that. Yes, it was actually. But here's how they define
really?
"quote unquote" playable at E3.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have to hand you like you can define a game as playable if they're able to hand a controller to you and then have you be like, yes, that's playable, and then they take it back and they continue their demo. It doesn't
Just
have to
Cause
be
3
playable.
was playable because they had an entire podcast about Just Cause 3 in their little E3 thing.
I think it was playable. Just Cause 3 did something weird, where
It was a
they
sandbox?
had like a thing where they had a run through that they were doing, and then they would give you 3 choices of what dumb bullshit they would do next, and then you got to pick the one, and then they would do that dumb bullshit. But it was all happening live, so
Well,
that's
that
how they
was
got
one of
away with
them.
it.
But also, Jeff Gerstmann talked about how he played Just Cause 3.
I didn't hear that one.
There's a podcast. I listened to it. He played the game. No game should beat Just Cause 3 in action at this year's E3. None. 0.
Well, clearly enough people thought that Star Wars Battlefront did.
Well, they don't understand shit.
Battlefront just got a lot more, you saw a lot more of it, I guess. I don't know.
Best hardware Oculus Touch. Yep, heard a lot about that.
And
So that
that's
seems
that's not
next
the
level shit.
Minecraft things, right?
No, that's HoloLens.
So, this is wrong. Go on.
No, Oculus Touch is better from what I saw.
We didn't.
From what we saw, only thing we saw was Holland. We didn't see any Oculus Touch stuff.
That's the thing.
Because that shit seems near impossible to demo to a live audience.
It is. It is actually impossible to demo to a live audience.
Okay.
HoloLens makes more sense. Because they use a game you recognize.
Well, the thing with Oculus Touch is it's like it's a controller where you like put your fingers on it, and then it actually lets you interact with virtual reality by using your actual real hands. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah. And it's like you have to be there type kind of thing, which makes it hard to.
It's really hard to explain over sound or even seeing it. It's something you have to experience, apparently.
Yeah. Best PC game, Fallout 4. Because PC game seems like a fucking dumb category to have in this day and age. Everything come out on PC nowadays.
Literally every single one of these games is coming out on console as well.
Yeah. Best handheld game.
I like how none of the games featured in the PC press conference are part of the PC game category in this.
Yeah, Deus
Point
Ex
that out.
and No Man's Sky.
No, and like I don't know, Pillars of Eternity and Heroes of the
Hots,
Storm.
Heroes of the Storm. You know, at E3.
God, that was the worst
Just
press conference
ignore
I've
it.
ever seen.
Ignore it. Don't bring it back.
Best handheld Legend of Zelda Triforce, which first off, like, fuck them. Because the last game had 4 players, now it has 3.
That's not how you say Mario and Luigi Paper Jam.
I know, that game looked fucking incredible.
Also,
I want to play that game real
I
bad.
haven't heard like super great things about Legend of Zelda Triforce Heroes. I hear it's kind of like all right, but
It's a 3-player Link Between Worlds. Which is fine.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
But ain't no Paper Jam, though. Paper Jam looked incredible.
Paper Jam looked really good.
Best console game, Uncharted 4, above Fallout 4 and Horizon, and Battlefront.
Well, Mike, if we've learned anything in the last 2 minutes, is that Fallout 4 is only a PC game.
Right, of course. My
Of
mistake.
course. Yeah.
Best original game, Horizon Zero Dawn, over Cuphead and Unravel.
What the fuck is Cuphead?
It's like... Right, help me out here. It's like a old,
It's like an old
Steamboat Willie visual style
Billy cartoon as a
boss
side-
battle game.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, just comparing Horizon Zero Dawn and Unravel. Like, Unravel looks cute and everything, but it's not, it's hard, it's like, okay, you know. Horizon was like, holy fucking shit, my balls.
Yes, but Cuphead, I've never seen anything like it. Which I think is the basis of this category.
I've also
Also,
never
The
think-
Last
yeah.
Guardian is in this too.
Well,
For some fucking reason.
that was a really boring demo, so that's, you know.
I don't know what's going on with that game. I mean, I'm glad it's finally coming out, I guess, but
So here's the weird bullshit we get into. Uncharted 4 beat Fallout 4 in best console game, but Fallout 4 won best game of show.
Yeah.
Want to explain that to one me, Ruben?
because Fallout 4 was the best game of the show, that's what it was.
Wasn't the best console game?
No, but it was the best PC game.
What I'm hearing here is that Giant Bomb is PC Master Race.
This isn't Giant Bomb's list. They are showing the list.
Oh. E3 is a bunch of PC Master Race people. That's why they finally
And they're all boring.
That's why
they're
they
all
finally
boring
got
assholes.
their PC conference that I'm sure they've been... I don't know. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Now, Fallout 4 winning best game of show, I get that. I would have voted for Horizon because Horizon looks incredible, but Fallout 4 is incredible too. I don't understand our love for Uncharted 4 quite yet. It's going to be good. That's a guarantee. That's hopefully a guarantee. Hopefully a guarantee. But like,
Yeah.
I didn't see anything game changing apart from maybe it looks a lot better. So you know. Also, I guess No Man's Sky can't be here for some reason.
That game was. I thought that game was like actually playable though. Like they
It
actually,
was playable.
They had that as a playable demo.
It won best. What did it win? It won best indie game.
Yeah. Well, who knows?
Yeah.
The thing about, well, I don't know. The thing about No Man's Sky still is, as a way to waste time and explore circuitry, it looks great. But as a game, I'm still not sold on it. Like, I don't think it's gonna be fun. That's my problem.
Maybe we have to wait till that game gets onto our hands till we see.
Yeah.
Based on what I've seen of it, it looks like a slightly more structured Minecraft.
That could be fun. Minecraft is fun.
I mean, you're right. It actually is a humongous Minecraft in a way.
Well, I mean, based on what I've seen, it's like you go to worlds, you harvest stuff from those worlds, you build new shit, then you go to more worlds and you build better shit using stuff you harvest from those worlds.
Yeah, to
That's
make a better
Minecraft.
ship, to fly farther, to harvest more shit.
And I mean, there is a goal to the game. The goal is to get to the center of the universe, but God knows how long that'll take you.
Forever. I don't know. I mean, what we've seen of Star Citizen, I'm actually more hyped for that at the moment. So.
That's not a game yet, though. That's just a
Star
collection of
Citizen-
ideas.
Not
Well,
only
you
is
know-
Star Citizen not a game, it's not a game that they don't even, like, have anything for.
Well, the concept of it is hyping me more than what we've seen of No Man's Sky.
I think my game of the show was Final Fantasy VII. Look how good Cloud's hair look.
That's
I can
what
finish.
you're
Look at
saying.
him. I can
That's
finish.
what you're saying, Ruben. That's what you sound like to me.
Real quick, Shenmue's Kickstarter closed at 6.3 million.
New
Yeah,
record.
they said they want 10, so they're getting some kind of funding in the back end, probably.
I imagine so.
Because you can't make a Shenmue 3 with $2 fucking million.
Wait, what'd you say?
You can't make Shenmue 3 with $2 million.
No, but they made 6 million.
They
So
made
it's
Right,
They made
but the
6.3.
goal was 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So had they gotten only 2, what would they have done?
I imagine they would have worked with Sony.
It would have been a visual novel. There you go. No, I got it.
They're-
I figured it out.
Shenmue 3, the visual novel.
Yep.
Wait, so you're saying that they're now asking for 10 million?
No, no.
They came out and said, if we want to make Shenmue 3 what we want to make, we need $10 million.
Oh. So, oh.
So I'm guessing
So
they're getting
instead-
some ancillary funding on the back end from Sony, probably.
So instead, we're getting Telltale Presents Shenmue 3.
That seems kind of interesting, actually.
Alrighty, okay.
But no, they're gonna make Shenmue 3 for realsies, probably. I guess that game's come out in next 5 years.
Yeah, it'll come out at some point.
That game is a bunch of fucking clip art right now.
It is. Clip art and a countdown from 3 to 1.
A clip art in a community bucket with a sign that says "Please help."
Are they wrong though?
They're not wrong at all.
It's like the sign's like, will program for money. Well, yeah,
Right.
that's the point.
God bless.
That's the point.
That says "Hey, God bless" too. Don't say "God bless" is it's not true like sign.
Alright. So Brian, you're got the last thing to go over here.
I do. So have you seen this shit?
No.
Have you seen... Oh my god. Okay, so they announced yesterday or the day before, or it might have even been last week, but they announced all the stuff that they're going to be doing for Shanghai Disneyland that's going to be opening up next year or the year after.
You think we should go there
And-
instead?
Oh my god, have you seen... They got a Tron ride. They've got the fucking Tron ride where you
That
strap
seems
yourself
pretty cool.
into a motorcycle and then you just fucking ride through the grid like a badass.
That seems pretty cool.
And it's a roller coaster. Then they got Pirates of the Caribbean on
Oh!
steroids,
Mhm.
on super steroids. What are you playing?
What do you think?
Nothing.
It rhymes with socket and ends with beagle.
Socket Beagle. Yes.
Socket beagle.
Yeah, you're like a robot beagle. It's pretty fun.
All right, and then they got
Anyways.
a Star Wars area where you go and do Star Wars things. And then they got the Marvel area where you do Marvel things. But I mean, they got a fucking Tron roller coaster. That's all I've ever wanted. That's all I've ever wanted is the Tron roller coaster.
The one thing in your
Look.
life, huh?
We have a Transformers ride, Brian. We'll make do.
Yeah, but they also have a Transformers ride. So what are we gonna do?
They have Harry Potter.
They do not. They do
Well,
not.
guess what?
Wait, Brian, but you're constantly going to Disneyland. I'm clearly you're going to be there soon again.
You're wrong, but also not wrong. I'm not constantly going. I try to go at least twice a year, but yeah.
So you'll be there soon.
In Shanghai?
Yeah, that's your spot, right?
Oh, I thought. Sorry. Wow. Okay, I completely missed.
I thought you do, Ruben. I thought you were paying attention. God damn it.
everything.
I was gonna say, you're expecting me to go to fucking Shanghai?
Okay. I thought this is another one of those World City things at Disneyland where they have
Oh,
Shanghai
no.
stuff or something, And
Here's China Land.
yeah, like a China Land where they have a Tron ride in that area of Disneyland.
Oh no, 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 no.
So okay. See, okay.
No, this is something I will likely never see.
Don't
But
count yourself out. You'll make tons of money one day. Be like, fuck it, going to Shanghai, bitches. Be like, hey, please and understand, we're going to Shanghai.
Shisha.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. But like some of the stuff, the Pirates of the Caribbean ride that they got going on there looks in.
How's it any different from the one that's already there?
In Shanghai?
Like, yeah, how's that different from the one we have, like, in World and Land?
Because they're remaking the entire thing, so it's actually got like legitimate special effects.
It's gonna
Like
be
a
all skull. It's gonna be all real bones.
Like it's got a giant fucking ship battle between like 12 ships fighting in the middle of this open seas is what they have in
Oh,
the
Jesus
concept
Christ,
art.
that's a little different. Okay, that's different.
No, like they're going high tech Pirates of the Caribbean, like the highest tech Pirates of the Caribbean.
They are legitimately firing cans at each other, just hoping the actors know how to stay out of the way.
Then they also
Live
got
rounds.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and then an updated version of Peter Pan's Flight, and a new Alice in Wonderland's ride that's a literal maze.
That's about right. Are you? Is the maze like really big? You feel like really small?
I have no idea. They don't have concept art for that one. The ones they have concept art for are the Tron ride, the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, and like some of the entryway stuff, what the castle is going to look like. But yeah, it looks pretty insane.
So,
And
is
also,
this Shanghai Disney, like, it's not open yet?
no, it's all concepts at this point. It's going to
Oh.
open, I believe, 2017
Oh, okay.
is what they're looking at for opening. But what? Oh, I'm sorry. Shanghai Disneyland's open spring of 2016, so sooner than I thought.
Holy shit.
But this, and by this I mean 3 days ago, was actually the 60th birthday of Disneyland, like the actual 60th birthday of Disneyland. Friday, July 17th was the day Walt Disney came out and said, "To all who come to this happy place, welcome. This is a place of yada yada yada." I could recite the entire thing, but I won't.
Did you know about Heart?
I do.
Oh God, I was really joking.
But
Did you expect any less, Mike?
I really shouldn't have.
yeah, you really shouldn't have. But I expect D23 is coming up, and that's like the big Disney convention, like the sanctioned one by Disney itself. It's called D23, but it is basically the E3 of Disney.
D3.
I can guarantee you 100% that they're going to announce a bunch of Star Wars and Marvel related stuff for Disneyland, like 120%. I can also guarantee you that they won't announce anything Marvel related for Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
Because of some dumb bullshit. When they bought Marvel, one of the things that was a stipulation in the contract was that they can't build anything Marvel related at Disney World.
Yeah, because they still have the contract with Universal.
Yes, they do. I don't think they've actually built anything new in the Marvel section of Universal since.
Not to my knowledge, no.
Since they've they re-updated the Spider-Man ride that they have there, I think in like
Right.
2012.
Yeah, they did that.
But that wasn't a new ride. That was like a nice update.
That's already there. That's been there since I started going like 2007.
Yeah, but apparently
years
the new
and
update.
years.
Apparently the new update is actually really good, but I mean it's not a new ride, I guess.
No, it's not.
So, that's unfortunate that they're not really doing anything with that property. But I would like to see Marvel at Disney World, but we will see it at Disneyland at least. I guess there's that solid. So yeah, I imagine we'll see some cool stuff. I think we'll probably see some sort of update for Pirates of the Caribbean for the Dead Men Tell No Tales, because that's apparently supposed to be the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie.
Of course it is.
That's
No,
what
I
they're
believe you.
saying.
Go on. Yeah, I believe you. Go on.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, I believe them too.
I've heard talk about them updating Pirates of the Caribbean to have like stuff from each of the 5 Pirates of the Caribbean movies.
Wait, 5? Wait, what? No, there's only 4.
Say the first one was. What's the
Pirates of
subtitle
the
for the first one?
Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl.
First Black Pearl.
And then there was
Then,
Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest.
And then the next
Then
one was...
at
Then
World's
Pirates
End.
of the
World's End.
Caribbean at World's End. Then Pirates of the Caribbean, on Stranger Tides, and then the
Uh-huh.
upcoming Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Men
Dead
Tell
Man
No
Tell
Tales.
No Tales.
Oh, so there's a new one coming out.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool. Thank God. If I had missed one, I was gonna go get off this cast right now.
Oh, you poor. Don't do that.
Dude, I
The
think
fourth one
yeah.
wasn't even that good.
I don't care. Like, I don't
The first
care.
the first one was fantastic.
Yeah, it was
The
great.
second one was okay. The third one was just fine, and the fourth one was oh no.
The thing is, as a concept, I'll never get sick of it, so it doesn't matter. I will always watch those movies. I love.
Ruben,
those
have
movies.
you ever been to Disneyland?
Yeah, a few times in my life. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. When I was little, my mom brought me a lot, but ever since I've gained conscious thought, not that many times.
Man.
I've been there more times in the first probably 8 years of my life than I have since then.
It's a lot different now.
It's a lot different now. Also, I think you would appreciate Pirates of the Caribbean much more at actually being able to understand it. Like the ride.
It's a cool ride.
Yeah,
It's-
it's like Johnny Depp and Johnny Depp and Johnny Depp and Johnny Depp and Orlando Bloom.
You're not that far off.
Orlando Bloom does not make an appearance. Johnny Depp does a number of times.
Well, Johnny Depp is Pirates of the Caribbean, you see.
No, not the original. The fucking movies are based on the ride.
Mm.
They're based on the ride.
Anyway, so wow, we're at 2 hours.
Perfect.
I think we're pretty much wrapped up here. Any last thoughts, anyone?
IRC is a godsend.
IRC's pretty sweet. You know, when I used to go to ASU, they blocked like IRC ports. It was kind of funny.
Did they really?
Yeah, like you can't connect to IRC ever if you're on ASU's network. But I mean, I understand why. But anyways,
It made
yeah.
sense. Made sense if they blocked torrent ports, but IRC really?
They block a lot of.
They
ways.
unblocked those before I left.
Well, you're talking about the dorms, Mike.
Yes.
I'm talking about like if you're
Oh, on campus?
on
Okay, I
campus
never
using,
tried on
like
campus.
ASU network. There's a lot of restrictions. But I mean, you can always like create your own at-home circumvention software and then connect from there. But I mean, why the fuck bother? Besides that, yeah, I think we got a lot of good shit out of the way. So, thanks for listening, everyone.
Yeah.
This has been. You know,
Incredible
we
cast.
need to go back and like count our episodes so I actually know what episode number we're on at this point.
That's a
What,
good
we
question.
we have a lot of hours of us talking. to
Yeah,
microphones.
because it's like we actually had the first like 4 or 5 of them numbered, and at some point we just didn't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't know. All right. Well, anyways, everyone have a good night. Thanks for listening. Bye bye.
Bye.